body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner with his footwork.
First down, this is Rawls. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Got him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Matt. Dar now, as he's on to punt for Miami. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down, Rawls. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Wake able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. On third down, Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off the fake to Lacey, here's Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go. Sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. Zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They all game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm. Wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third in the mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Wilson on 1st down. And now running right through him. Pass and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Ataba Rubin continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football.
Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from him, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Wilson. He's got Lockett. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
To throw is Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Throwing is Wilson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Now Wilson on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. On first down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Here's Wilson on first and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Wake in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Well, now they'll try the end around. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. Would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert. Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Taking it about the 36. Look at the spin.
Balance.
The second spin. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now Wilson throwing on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run down here with Procise. Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. C.J. Procise, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone. Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that, they fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
So now here come the Dolphins. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now Tannehill, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And that last drive was very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something.
And he's going to go down for a 4th time today, and this time the result is a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a gain of 5. Here's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Atama Rubin. And there for a loss of about 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. K.J. Wright in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Let's face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Thomas Rawls getting ready to go here on offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Wilson again to Rawls. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The play fake to Lacey. Now this is Wilson. Out to the right here to Wilson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. And he can't hang on. That would have been a big interception down here in field goal range. But instead, now they'll get a shot at 3.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. A nice little juke. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they saw someone in half on stage
well
on
played.
that one? I mean, that was something right there. We fell for the fake in a big way.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pete Carroll throwing down near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and everybody expected them to run the ball, and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble. They give him a gain of 38.
It's hard to play in the NFL now as a running back and not catch the football as well. Jay Ajayi shows what you can do when you have both of those skills.
Good in space, isn't he?
He really is able to catch the ball, and he helps create blocks downfield. A lot of times that's what people miss. It's not just me.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to get him his second. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. Uses the spin. Now another. And now running right through it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. This is fielded at the goal line. A little juke. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And out now come the Seahawks. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, let's shift gears. I've got to ask you about what's going on in the AFC West.
Do you?
I have no idea.
I mean, no,
Kansas City's lost 4 straight. Denver's lost 8 straight. What's going on?
We'd all love to know, wouldn't we? Because I don't know how you felt about it, because I won't put words in your mouth, but I feel like the consensus around the country was this is the best division in the NFL. 3 teams potentially could go to the playoffs. Yet, as you noted, Kansas City's an absolute free fall. Oakland's on a nice little run right now. They've gotten themselves back into it. They're tied with Kansas City. And the Chargers are also tied with them at the top, all 6-6. And many think they're the hottest ticket.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. William Hayes in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Going to come fast and furious about this decision.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. K.J. Wright in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now Wilson on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off.